Good morning. I'm Sister Ella Jane Bruin, currently at LaRoche College in Pittsburgh.
And I'm Sister Alice Marie Lyon. I first came to Sacred Heart as a student in the mid-50s and also enjoyed a time as summer camp.
I came to Sacred Heart because Mrs. Gurnett was a good friend of our family's and suggested that I come to Masonic for the summer. I did, and then I would continue on to the high school. I started out as a boarder, which I did not care for, and pleaded to come back home again. My mother thought being a boarder that academically, perhaps it might motivate me. It didn't, but I tried.
When I came back to Sacred Heart after entering the convent, I came back and began as a teacher of science. I taught biology and chemistry really for close to 40 years at Sacred Heart.
I came to Sacred Heart at the elementary school, and then I was promoted, and eventually ending up in the intermediate school with the 8th grade, which I absolutely loved, and had a great time with those kids.
In my last years after teaching, I became part of the administration, which is also a very rewarding experience working with the faculty.
I have a funny story about this one kid I had, and he was funny to begin with. First, he was always playing lacrosse and then proceeded to swat everybody in the classroom with his lacrosse stick. And there was a terrible smell in the classroom, and I couldn't figure out what it was. And finally, I just took the cupboards in the back of the room and pulled them just all apart, everything all over the desks, whatever. And he had a tray of shrimp buried under his lacrosse bag and his lacrosse stick and his dirty sneakers. Well, all I could do was just kind of sit there and laugh and pray for rubber gloves.
There are so many families that over the years we work with, and it's kind of hard to pick one out. One that comes to mind today is the Wilcox family. Their daughters all went to Sacred Heart and graduated. I taught one of them science, and she went on to become a science teacher, and we wound up doing some graduate work together at Bridgewater State and had many happy times studying the material together at her home and at school. So it was these kind of relationships where they continued on after the students graduated that were so meaningful, and there were many of them.
Beats decayed shrimp. I think one of the main traditions that I absolutely love is graduation and the activities the week before graduation and the symbolism and the traditions that we have with the gowns and the tuxes and rather the formal situation. And I think that adds a lot to building who the classes are.
Yeah, that's interesting because so often classes will start out, oh, we're not going to have dresses and we're not going to do this. By the time they get towards the spring of the year and they've picked their dresses and all, they're right there. They're right in the mode of, this is special for us. Also, I think over the years, the Christmas show was always a very special occasion. People would start to call in the beginning of December, when is the show this year? When is the show? And when the Christmas show would actually happen, very often there were so many families of graduates there. At the end, Sister Rosalie and Rosemont, when they had it, would say, for the final song, if there are any of our former Corets and music men in the audience, why don't you come up and enjoy? And that made for a very unique experience. Many, many ways. I think, the spirit of giving to others, all the food drives they have, the projects the kids come up with. We've done collection of shoes. We've done all those kinds of things. You know, each year the classes, in a sense, will come up with something, but they always fit back into this giving for others and being for others, and having a concern for the poor, having a concern for those who are less fortunate than they are. And it's rewarding to see them grow into that.
I think one of the main things that we do at Sacred Heart is that we've always had kids that were on the edge, however you define edge, whether it's social, intellectual, whatever. And as far as the faculty is concerned, we've all made a tremendous effort to make that particular student or child successful, to believe in themselves, to know their own self-worth, to know their own dignity, and to make that student feel comfortable, safe, and they have their self-confidence, and they go on to college and become exceptional citizens and have made a commitment to society in the greater world.
And these seem to be the students who always come back
Always.
to visit. And say
Yeah.
hi. Mhm. Oh, that's a tough one to pick a single incident. I think that we're always family. You know, there's always somebody to run something, you know, off of, work with, and just the family spirit. I think it's constantly there.
Mm-hmm. And I think as far as the faculty is concerned and the administration, it's kind of the joy and the camaraderie that we have. And I think the most important thing is that the students see that. They know that we like each other, we get along, and for the most part, we're all human. But they see that, and they know that the teachers are there for their best interest. I had one student who could have been rather naughty, and we wanted to make sure that he got to class on time. And I was up on the 3rd floor and Mrs. Kane was on the 1st floor. So she'd be on the landing with Jason and I'd be on the top 3rd floor landing, and he'd look at me and he'd go, "I can't get away from the two of you. Mrs. Kane's downstairs, you're upstairs, and I'm on time." I said, "Bravo, that's just what we want."
And those are the little, it sounds like a little thing, but those are the kind
Yeah.
of things that make it work and make it happen.
I think one of the biggest hopes I have is that we can still make an impact on the South Shore region and the Upper Cape region. I was looking at an article that I saw on Facebook, and it had a list of the South Shore Catholic schools, and there was about 45 of them. And I was glad to see that Sacred Heart came in sixth or 7th. And I was very, very proud of that. And I think we made a huge impact, and I'm pretty sure, and I know that we're going to be able to do that in the future.
I've had graduates say to me, as they move on and get married, hope Sacred Heart's going to be here when my kids are that age. And I think, for the reasons that we've talked about that make Sacred Heart special, yes, we'd love to see it continue and be there for the next generation of students.
We have an important message. Thank you.